At the time of making this video, Godot 4 does not fully support HTML5 exports. Is this important to you? Do you even know what this is? Or most importantly, do you even care to use it? In the world of gaming, developers have to make several choices when it comes to building their games. One of the most important decisions is choosing the platform to build on. With the rise of HTML5, web developers have been using the platform to create video games with WebGL builds. WebGL is a web-based technology that enables the creation of real-time 2D and 3D graphics in web browsers without the use of plugins. Currently, I participate in numerous game jams on itch.io to develop my skills as a hobbyist indie game developer with the possibility of releasing my first commercial game sometime in the future. I prefer to use HTML5 builds for my game jam games because of its cross-compatibility, access to large audiences, and scalability. Since game jam games have a short development cycle, HTML5's ease of development is particularly useful. Additionally, the ability to reach a broad audience with minimal effort is crucial for a game jam game. Finally, the scalability of HTML5 would allow me to create a game that can be played on different devices, making it more accessible to a broader audience. But Godot 4 does not fully support HTML5.
Well, you know, the 4X is still far from done. We know that some things are incomplete. We know that OpenGL is not finished. It's okay for 2D, still missing things for 3D. HTML5 export is still a pain because we made Godot 4 heavily multi-threaded, but browsers don't like that. So we probably need to make a version in Godot 4.1 that is not multi-threaded like in Godot 3 for it to work properly on the browsers.
Here are some of the areas that are not supported. Godot 4's HTML5 exports currently cannot run on macOS and iOS. The recommendation is to use the macOS and iOS native export functionality instead. The YouTube channel Brett Makes Games has a really detailed video on this. He really covers a lot of important and useful points on the subject. I put a link to his video in the description. Another point is that shared array buffer is needed to run Godot games on the web. And lastly, the Godot boot splash is not displayed when a game is launched. I recently attempted to create a game for the Mini Jam 129 Poison game jam, but unfortunately, I was unable to finish the game in time for the deadline. You can see how that all went down by checking out this video. Despite this setback, I still wanted to complete the game. I did so and created a WebGL build and uploaded it to itch.io. However, I encountered an error when trying to play the game, and the game would not launch. I was able to resolve this issue by enabling shared array buffer on the game's edit page. The game would now launch, but then I discovered that the link to the embedded YouTube video devlog that I also uploaded was broken. Disabling shared array buffer allowed the video link to work, but then the game would not function properly. This was not good, and I had trouble figuring out the issue. So I decided to reach out for assistance from different Discord channels. While waiting for a response, I did some research on my own, since there was no rush to upload the game at that moment. The responses I got were varied, and I'm truly grateful for all those that responded. But as it turned out, all the information that I needed regarding on how my game and the links would work was right in front of me on the itch page all along. Shared array buffer is needed to run Godot games. Okay, I'll put links to the information I found in the description. It makes for a really interesting read, and I think that it is important for us as budding indies and pros alike to be aware of some of the things that happen behind the scenes. So what does this mean for us that want to use WebGL? In short, Shared memory and high-resolution timers were effectively disabled at the start of 2018 in light of the Spectre security vulnerability. In 2020, a new secure approach had been standardized to re-enable shared memory. But enabling this feature on itch allows your game to run but may break other parts of the page, mainly embedded video YouTube links. The workaround was just to add a text link to the YouTube video on the page, so I did just that. I made a thumbnail for the video and added a text link to the YouTube video, and everything worked perfectly. Well, my game worked fine because it was a simple 2D game with no complex scenes. But should you use HTML5 for your game? Well, I think for simple 2D games for a game jam, it should be fine. But for more complex 2D and 3D games, I would suggest using another option. Therefore, I believe that it's crucial to continue evaluating the use of HTML5 in Godot 4 development and explore ways to improve its capabilities. Thank you for watching, and let's continue to build and explore these worlds one pixel at a time.